I'm going to make chili. I've got Sandra's chilies booted up again because we like it so much. We want more. So I'm going to make it on the stovetop. I got my big pot here. And we've just been on check-in with Zena. So probably nobody wants to come join me, and I don't blame you. But I went out the last half hour, listened in, and chopped wood so that I could just feel like coming in here and cooking. I've got everything chopped up. I just need to put it all in the pot and cook it. So let's begin. Of course, we're going to start with onion. I got a bunch of onion here. And then the oats. So, I mean, I wouldn't do it for weight loss, but it's really fun now that we're down here to try a few of these Chef AJ desserts. So this Sandra's chili is out of Prevent and Reverse Heart Disease, the Esselstyn's cookbook. And it's a winner. So in a large pot, put the onions. Here, let me turn it down a little bit. Well, I keep after them, they won't stick. This is a sweet onion I'm using. I got reds and sweets this last week. I should let Marta know I'm on. She might come keep me company. Oh, hi, pretty girl's mom. Hello. Hey, that's live. Chili. I was just going to. Because I'm not sure she's getting her notices. What are you up to on this fine Saturday? Yeah, you should smell it. These are the onions caramelizing. And, you know, I could just do that. They smell so good. But I'm going to add carrots. So I got 3 carrots chopped up here. This is great because I'll cook this chili. We'll go for our evening walk. And we can come back and have chili. Took shredding over to the truck this morning. Oh, paper shredding? So they had a paper shredding drive. Hi, Marta. I'm making chili. So right now I'm caramelizing onion and I to the pot. I make by the Esselstyn's. So pretty girl's mom starting some new goose friends. The geese hang out in the cemetery. Let me see what she says here. I need to bring the book over here so I can see it. You're having a hard time hearing me, Marta? Well, turn up your volume. Can't you turn me up or down? I think you control my volume. Is to the internet. Well, now the internet's it now. I think there must be a lot of people on. I don't know why. It's a beautiful day. I was mating 6 weeks or so ago, waiting to see what the hatchling Canadian geese. Yes, I've got 2 in my yard right now, and they come back every year. And at some point in April, she'll go lay her eggs and hatch them. Hi, Gina. I wondered if you'd come, Gina, because we just spent all that time. But I've started my onions and my carrots. So now I'm going to add the celery. I got a bunch of celery cut up here. Cook it for a minute, and then, oh, you know what? I've got seasonings I want to add to this too. Yeah, let me grab my seasoning. But for some reason, I didn't gather those up. Just a sec. Turmeric. So I got cumin, turmeric, thyme, and oregano. Oh, and I'm going to get smoked paprika. And of course, I got to have some chili here, some chili powder. I don't know, Martha. I think it. Anybody else having problems hearing? Pretty Girl's mom, are you having any problems hearing? Thanks, Gina. So sound is fine there, Marta. So check your sound. Maybe you have to go out and come back in again. Yeah, everybody's on the internet right now. My internet's coming and going, so it could be that. Instead of just putting thyme in, I'm going to put in Italian seasoning, which is oregano, marjoram, thyme, basil, and parsley flakes. And I'll make a mix here. Do a tablespoon of paprika, spoons of chili. Is YouTube puts me kind of setting because I don't have enough subscribers. Okay, so there's paprika, chili, and the seasoning, and then cumin. They put a spoon in of cumin. I mean, come on. If you're going to have spice, you got to have this is a big, huge thing of chili. All right, let's put a little water in there now. And now I'm going to put in the bell pepper. So I cut up a large bell pepper. And zucchini, a medium zucchini. Jalapeno. I just put the whole jalapeno. And garlic. Bunch of garlic. Hi, Tracy Lynn. Huh. I'm not sure what's going on. Thanks, Pretty Girl's Mom. I'm showing that my volume is fine. It's my buttons are going. Hi, Suzanne. That's a shame, right? I say until the vegetables begin to wilt. And let me stir, and then I'll show you what I. Because that's more important than hearing me talk. Maybe Zoom is muffling me. Oh well, that's good that you could see me again. Okay, so here's. Doesn't that just look wonderful? All those wonderful vegetables. Oh, you can't go wrong. Let me move my spices before I knock them over. I cooked, so I'm using chickpeas, and then I cooked up some pintos this morning. So chickpeas and pintos. The recipe calls for black kidneys, but I just got 25 pounds of pintos. So, oh Tracy, now yours is better. Okay, bye bye. Yeah, Sandra's chili is so delicious. So we'll have that for dinner, and our banana cream pie. So, oh my gosh, Saturdays are a terrible time, aren't they? If you're buffering now, Pretty Girl Song. I can see, on my internet fan that it's 2 bars, and then it's 4 bars and 5 bars like that. And when I was listening to the end of the check-in, it was coming and going. I switched it to my phone so I could chop some more wood. Chard, kale, or no, the chard I already put in. I planted more beets today. So now I've got 4 rows of vegetables, cabbage. And there's one more thing that but except for the potato. Oh, sorry, Martha. Are you a computer wizard? Can you fiddle with it? Oh yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I see what you mean, Martha. There is some, and I'm how to fix it. But I see my microphone seems to be coming and going. Apps using my microphone on Google Chrome that might be using it. And I will take it out. Let's see. There we go. Okay, Marta, is that any better? Oh, nope, it just came back again. Let's see here. Of the banana cream pie. The cherry. And if that helps. Okay. Might help. Nope, came back again. My other edge. That doesn't help. No. Choppy video. Sorry, guys. I can't stand if you all want to go. Okay, Gina. Oh, thanks, Gina. Oh my gosh. Anybody? So here. Pretty Girl's Mom. Oh my gosh, that pie was so amazing. You know, Pretty Girl's Mom, it was really easy. I was surprised at how easy it was. Were you here when I was making it? You know, I put in the oats and the dates and some vanilla powder in the processor and just ran it until it hit that break point, you know, till it felt like it was going to stick together. It had to run long enough it was even warm. And I just pressed that into the pie plate and then tossed in the hamma yam and the 6 bananas and vanilla powder for the filling. Put that in did I do that? Did I blend that? Or did I put that? I think I put that in the food processor too. And then, yeah. And then it was a bunch. And I plopped that all on top of the crust. And then I made that pear whip. And I just used fresh pears and vanilla powder. I guess there's only vanilla powder in 2 things. So it wasn't in the crust. It was just in the filling and in the whip, the pear whip. So the pear whip is that pears and the vanilla. And I used some of the one of the bananas I thawed from being frozen. I used that juice that the bananas let go of to put into the pear whip because I didn't have she uses pear in its own juice. So, and I don't know if she uses all the juice in the pear or what she does. But anyways, I was amazed, and that was blended. The pears were blended. Hi, Jean. How you doing, Jean? Good to see ya. Okay, so now I'm going to add tomatoes. I didn't have whole tomatoes. So yeah, it's better here too for some reason. The internet now is all the bars, and the microphone looks like it's good too. All right. So I didn't have any whole tomatoes, but I've got a tomato sauce and I've got a couple of diced tomatoes. So that's what's going in. So I need to open my cans here. This one is a flip top. Hi, Gina. Yeah, it seems a lot better now. Oh, Jean, you were near that big storm? Boy. Looked like it was going to hit Jonathan's area big time. He rushed home and everything. I hope they're okay. It was nice here today. The sun came out even. And it was supposed to be rainy, but it didn't rain all day today. I was out in the garden and out splitting wood. That was cool. All right, these are the Muir Glen fire roasted, no salt added tomatoes. And I'm supposed to put in a can of salsa, but I don't have any salsa right now. So I'm skipping the salsa. Here we go. All right. So, here. Had to leave him due to a tornado warning over my phone. Oh my gosh, storm covered most of the state. So are you in Iowa too, Jean? Jean, I know Jonathan's in Iowa, and he was having a big storm. In fact, he got knocked off the internet. Oh, I didn't know that, Jean. You're in Iowa. Cool. Okay, now I'm going to put the beans in. And I got a combination of chickpeas and pintos, just because that's what I had. That's not what she calls for in this recipe. And it's 4.5 cups of beans. So it's a lot of beans. Makes a lot of chili. The pear whip, it's not really whipped cream. It's just it's like a pudding, and it's delicious. So we were amazed at how nice everything tastes. It's just she's something else with desserts, I'll tell you. Oh, Gina, you're gonna soak soybeans to try yogurt tomorrow. I want to hear. I want to hear how it goes. Okay, so and then I got to put the sweet potato in. Sweet potato. All right. This makes a bunch of stuff. All right, so chili and cumin. I'm just putting it all in. All my spices. And then I'm supposed to bring it to a boil and cover it and let it simmer. Which I will do. And I've got a couple of cooked Yukon Gold potatoes that I need to eat up, so I think I'll throw those in too. The banana recipe, Jean, is it was in the challenge from a couple of weeks ago. And let's see. It was in the second week of the challenge. Are you on FFOF, Jean? Yeah, you are, aren't you? Hi, Linda. Jean, that's great. You ordered Bravo Express today. I actually have been cooking more out of the first Bravo book. Jean, send me an email. How do we do this? Here, I'll put my email in the show notes. And I'll send it to you. Oh, Messenger. Well, either one. I'm in both. Okay. So this is going to simmer for an hour. Let me show you what it looks like now. Yes, Gina, I've got all 3 of those books. And Chef Bravo is a little bit more complicated. And that looked good. He is an executive chef, and it shows in his recipes. Whereas the Esselstyns and Chef AJ is more throw all this together and oh my gosh, it tastes so good. But Chef Bravo, he uses the little onions. What are they called? These guys. Shallots. He'll use a shallot instead of an onion. He'll use plantains, which I love. Yes, shallots. Thanks, Gina. He uses the finer ingredients trying to make the food taste good. which he doesn't only eat this food, so he doesn't realize how good it tastes when that's all you eat. But I still think it'll be fun to make some of his stuff. And I'm trying to think of what I've made out of his book. I've made the hummus. And I've made the hummus out of Stevens made the hummus out of his express book. And it was really good. So he's got 2 different hummuses, one in each book. And then what else? Oh, I got to put this top on. And 25 to 5. So let's put the timer on for an hour. You guys don't have to wait an hour, but I just need to keep time here. Because otherwise, time gets away from me. Let's do this so you don't have to look at my ceiling lights. I'm trying to think. I got to look at the book to see. See what else I've made. Baked plantains with coconut vanilla granola, scrambled tofu and curried potatoes. Oh, he's got a cream of asparagus soup. He uses a fennel bulb in it. That looks good. And he uses leeks, lots of leeks. He's got a creamy cauliflower soup that he puts celery root and turnip in. I mean, he really uses some different stuff. So Jean says still in weight loss mode, but every once in a while, I like a good meal plan for me and family. Well, I like a good meal plan. Well, of course, I guess I'm not in weight loss mode anymore, but I pretty much eat the same as I did when in weight loss mode. But once in a while, it's fun to have a fun dessert, which I'm eating more of since I've done the reboot, where she had us making the cobblers and that butterscotch pudding was just orange sweet potatoes and bananas. I mean, oh my gosh, it's delicious. Linda, the Sandra's chili is from Prevent and Reverse Heart Disease, the Elsiston gals, Jane and Ann, and it's so good. Gina had a creamy fennel soup at True North. That was so good. I wonder if that's this one. Oh, and I made his creamy sunchoke soup. I didn't have watercress, but I had everything else. And I didn't make the polenta croutons. I mean, he does that too, where he'll have a recipe and then within that recipe he'll refer to 2 other recipes. Yes, Linda, I've been mostly making all the soups in the plant-powered Woman's Warrior book. I've only got 2 soups left to make, and I'm going to make those 2, the last 2 soups. Well, plus the cold soup, the cucumber soup. I want to make that when it gets cooler, and the corn gazpacho looks really good too. They all look so good. And I'm making their blueberry muffins, and they have a savory muffin that they make in the Prevent and Reverse. I just love all their recipes. I made their savory muffin. There's so many good things. So I got distracted from Chef Bravo's books and got on to the Esselstyn gals. I'd love to go to one of their retreats. Wouldn't that be cool? I'll have to put that on one of my vision boards. I'll be doing a vision board with JP, and I'll put them on there. I planted arugula today. That was the other vegetable that I planted. So there's a lot here. There's so many things to make. Bravo chili. He makes them with butter beans. He makes a chili with butter beans and shredded cabbage. He does, he doesn't like just like a salad with lettuce. He always, he wants it with anything but. Brown lentil stew. I just got a bunch of lentils. I started ordering from Azure, Azure, And you can get all these organic dry beans, and it's cheaper than at the grocery store. So I got 5 pounds of brown lentils, 5 pounds of green lentils, 5 pounds of black lentils. And the beluga black lentils, I have to ask Jessie what to make with them because she says they're really good. So she's got recipes. Then I got 25 pounds of soybeans so I can make milk and yogurt, Gina. Hopefully I can get it to be successful. I got 25 pounds of oat groats. In fact, I've got oat groats going over here. I just letting it sit, soak up all that fluid. Yes, yes, his salad dressings. I should look. I'm sure there's salad dressings in here. Probably at the beginning of the book. Oh, yeah, here we go. Flaxseed dressing, tomato herb dressing, roasted red pepper dressing, avocado corn dressing, raspberry walnut, citrus tahini, apple mustard, blood orange, pineapple tarragon. Ooh. Fresh tarragon should always be blanched to enhance its flavor and color. I've got dry tarragon, but I don't have any fresh. Mango ginger. He uses a lot of unsweetened apple juice too, which I don't usually do. I'll just blend an apple in the Vitamix, and that'll be my apple juice. So, and then I suppose I could add a little water to it. It would make it a little bit more fluid, but I think it'll work to just use an apple. So I don't want to buy juice. So there's lots to be done. We could spend a lifetime together on YouTube making all these recipes. So we'll do it. Yes, they do use nuts at True North. He feels that, well, a lot of people are there not for weight loss. They're for health reasons. And of course, the ones that are there for weight loss are fasting on water. But when I started to refeed, I didn't touch the nuts. So even before, I just don't do nuts because they're so high in calories. But I did do 2 tablespoons of peanut nut butter in the African peanut soup a couple of weeks ago, and the 2 tablespoons was plenty. I mean, it called for, what did it call for, Gina? It was like a half a cup, and all I used was 2 tablespoons, and it didn't taste like much the same day, but the next day it was so good. It was wonderful. So I will use them on occasion, very, very occasional. Like that was the first time I'd done anything with nuts in probably a year and a half. So, well, Gene, that's because you live in Iowa. You haven't been able to grow herbs well. It's too darn cold there. Yes, Gina, if you control yourself with these foods, I think they're fine. Right. Yeah, I mean, if I just have very spirit, I don't get into the. It's when I try to eat them in moderation that I go downhill very quickly. Slippery slope. So, like I say, I just still weigh myself once a month, and that keeps me honest. Oh, laugh out loud in the house. Okay, well, even in the house, I don't know. Yeah, I guess you're right. Your house isn't cold at all. Yeah, I don't know. What do I have for herbs in the house? Oh, you're right. I don't have any herbs in the house, but I usually have them all summer. Like on my windowsill, but I don't know. I think in the winter they like to sleep. From Azure, Pretty Girl's mom. I got the beans from Azure, Azure. It's a farm/grocery store. And you order online, and they have drop places. So instead of charging you to go through a grocery store, they take the orders, they load up a big truck, and they drop it. Like for me, it's dropped at a place 2 miles from here, maybe 5 miles from here. And it's a church. And this was the first one that I did because I just found out about it. We drove on over there Wednesday evening, and our order was sitting right there with my name right there. And we just picked it up and brought it home, and I put it all away. And I'm not going to run out of beans now. But I had tried to order them through Sprouts, and they kept saying, oh, yeah, they'll be here, they'll be here. And then come to find out, their bulk person was out for a couple of months, and they just didn't order anything. They didn't order anything. So then I see the bulk person. He goes, oh, yeah, I got your beans. And I said, I ordered beans, oat groats. I ordered 3 different kinds of beans. She says, all we got was your soybeans or your lentils, which is, no problem. I can get lentils anywhere. And I says, well, how much are they? And she said, $67. I said, well, I can get it for $47. And she says, you don't want them then? And I said, no, because I know they sell them their bulk, so they wouldn't have any problem selling them. So $20 cheaper through Azure because of the way they ship them and deliver them, and I go pick them up. So man, this is great. I got all these organic dry beans and lots of recipes to make with them. So I'm pretty excited. And the oat groats, I make the oat groat milk, and Steven loves eating oat groats in the morning. And I was eating them all for Reboot, and I just love them. But then as soon as Reboot was over, I just love my bowl of vegetables. And then I've been doing a bowl of vegetables, and then I do a second bowl of vegetables with half a sweet potato or a small sweet potato. And that takes me through the morning to lunch. And then at lunch, sometimes I have another potato or the other half a potato with another bowl of vegetables. But I've been cutting up raw vegetables and really enjoying that. Jicama, daikon, cucumber, fennel, radishes. Today I cut them all up and I was dipping them in the hummus that I made. And did I have anything else? Seems to me I had something else. Oh, I had cooked up a bunch of potatoes yesterday with onion and garlic. And I didn't have sweet potato for lunch. I had white potatoes, Yukon yellow potatoes. So that was good. And then for dinner will be chili and banana cream pie. And I've been chopping wood out in the garden. We didn't walk this morning because we were both so busy. Stephen fixed a door today. I just love the way he's going around and fixing things in the house. He's working on the timbers for under the sink. What else did he do? He's doing a bunch of things. So it's fun. How many times a week do I shop for veggies? Well, to tell you the truth, once a week. I used to do 2. But I have a second refrigerator, and I go to Costco and I get Brussels sprouts, asparagus. They're all organic. The French green beans, each kind of mushrooms, the white mushrooms and the bella bella mushrooms. The sugar snap peas they're not organic, but I just love them. They got organic celery there. Stephen likes the organic carrots at Sprouts better than Costco. He says they're sweeter. I don't know. Pretty Girl's Mom, I would look it up because they'll give you a map of the country and show you where all their drops are. So I get all the vegetables I can from Costco. Oh, the broccoli in the bag, the organic broccoli. Then I go to Sprouts and I get all my greens, my kale, beet greens, a cabbage, fennel, scallions, although I've got onions growing out in the garden now, so I've been taking the onions out of the garden. So I get all the rest of my vegetables there, and then I go to the Asian store and get my Japanese sweet potatoes, the Hawaiian sweet potatoes, and the white sweet potatoes. And that's my run every Tuesday morning. I go to those 3 places. So Costco, Sprouts, and the Asian store. I think that I increased my variety after True North, Gina, because you see that salad bar there, and I was thinking, when you get all those ideas, you think, shoot, I'm going to look for those at home. Oh, and at the Asian store, I get the daikon, I get bok choy, I can get Chinese eggplant. Um, there's a lot of variety, and I've been trying them, and I'll grab somebody there and say, "What's this? How do I work with this?" And I what was that thing I had? The bitter melon. I tried the bitter melon. I stuffed the bitter melon because she says, "Oh, you got to try this," but I only did that once. It was okay, but it wasn't anything to write home about. Yes, Pretty Girls Mom. In fact, the co-op in Bremerton will actually get the order from Azure. But the friend who told me about Azure, he orders through the co-op, and I said, "Well, how much is?" And he gave me the price for one of the beans. And I looked up at Azure Direct, and it's $5 cheaper for me to get it just direct through Azure. So the co-op is, of course, they're charging a little bit to make the transition, but all they do is it ships to them, and then you go pick it up. So anyway, okay, Jean, you take care. And you know what? I mean, you guys, we don't have to stay on. We can get going. We can get on with our day, since we've been on YouTube since 2 o'clock, or I've been on the computer since 2. But thanks for coming and joining me and keeping me company, because it's always much more fun when you me. And I'll have to think. So I'm going to be making more soups. So I'll let you know. I'll put that I'm live. Of course, that you always get that. All right. Love my Gina fix too. Don't be a stranger, Gina. I miss you. Okay. See you later, you guys. Take care. Have a good night. Have a good Sunday.